So, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Ike MMA podcast. I'm joined in studio with Shamrock BJJ MMA. I think, can I say that, of course, you need no introduction, but you're kind of like in the UK, a rising superstar. Now, you keep winning fights. And from what I've been hearing, listening to other interviews, watching your content online and everywhere, fighters are even pulling out of fights that they have with you. And I'm thinking, are they, is it because they're scared of you? You're scared of losing.
I think this day and age, lad, everyone's trying to protect records and had records, and then you come across a guy with or 100% finishing rate, all first round finishes, 7 or 8 rear naked chokes back to back to back to back, and you think, nah, let's get an easier fight. Where I'd be thinking if I was them, if I beat this guy, I'm the boy. Everyone will be watching me after this.
Mhm.
But I guess everyone's got their own way of thinking, lad, and different mentalities for different people in it, lad.
So even yourself, you know that it can go both ways because you're a big name here in the UK on the UK scene, here in the UK, in Ireland, and yeah, I think around the world globally as well, because you also got that backstory that people will be really intrigued by. So yeah, I mean, even for them, if they do win against you, it kind of really pushes their branding up in the ranks.
That's what I'd think if I was them, lad. But there's been a few men who have fought that and fell short also. So I think maybe Katakoli fought that in his last one, and he'd kind of steal the limelight, get a bit of the hype. Didn't
Mhm.
really go his way, but respect to him, he signed the contract, he
Yeah.
showed up. I don't think Pokorny's thinking like that. I think this is his last one. This is his last little dance. And I don't know why the fuck he wants to retire on a loss, but I guess I'll be the man to fucking take him out of action for the rest of his life, lad.
Mhm. He's only what about 37, 38 years old. So you'd
38,
say that
he looks about 45.
yeah.
His hairline's at least 50. His hairline's macho.
Um yeah, it looks like he's one of those people that unluckily for him, he's aging faster than his years. Um, but
I think he's had a few injuries as well. He had some knee problems. He's had a knee surgery. I think he's just at that point now where he's like, how much longer can I do this? He hasn't really made no serious money. He isn't really a needle mover. He's not in the UFC like he probably thought he was going to be at some point. I think it's time for him to call it a day after this one.
I've looked online and researched this, but speaking to you yourself, because between you yourself and between the other guy, what is the beef between you two? Is it that he's a police officer and you just got this personal disdain and dislike for coppers, given what you've been through in the past? Is that where it comes from? Because again, not forgetting the fact that he's pulled out on you and ran out on you twice in the past, isn't it?
It's a little bit of everything, lad. Like obviously he's a bacon lad. He's a police officer. Of course, I wanna punch up a police officer. He's in my division, so we got matched. And then he just started talking shit, lad. Started saying mad things about me mum and that, lad. You're on it. And
Mhm.
you want to cross lines, lad, then it makes it even easier for me to do my job then, because now I'm beating you up and I don't like you. No problem with me,
Yes.
mate.
Uh-huh. No, no, definitely. I think in trash talking is good, great. Although I do understand that sometimes it can be personal, but there are lines that you shouldn't cross, of course.
It's you want to be cool after the fight, lad, but then that option ain't there anymore after some of the shit
Yeah.
you've been saying. You get me?
Yeah,
So I'm
no,
just
of
one of
course.
them. Keep that energy when you see me. When you see me at the weigh-in, don't be looking at the floor and acting like I'm not there, lad. Where's all this chat you were chatting on the socials and that? You get me? I'm the same
Hmm.
guy. What you see is what you get. I'm not gonna act one way online and then in real life be like, oh, I was only messing, bro. I didn't mean it. I'm the same guy. I'm no Colby Covington, lad.
Could I say that the guy you may disagree with me on this, and many other fight fans watching and listening might disagree with me, that out of the two of you, he looks a bit more, and not to say anything or throw shade on you, but he does look a bit more intimidating. But again, or his actions in the last two arrangements, he's kind of run away.
I don't want to look intimidating, bro. I look sexy. That's the difference between me and him, lad.
Yeah.
Hey. You know why he looks intimidating? Because he's been a police officer all of his life, bro. Just bullying
Mm,
man up, bullying civilians. But he can't bully me, lad.
yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, because there's a certain sort of type of person that would have to do a job like that. I've had also past experiences myself that there's lots of narcissists and well, you can use your imagination to make up the rest. Certain kind of people that work in that kind of job worldwide, they want to have that sense of power also.
Hey, lad, exactly.
But how's the fight camp and the weight cut going?
Fight camp's good, lad. I'm fucking fresh off the back of the Catatoni one, so it's a little bit of a shorter camp on a little bit of a shorter notice. We probably had about 4 or 5 weeks, but I stay in shape, I stay eating clean, I stay living good. I'm here now cutting the weight. I've got about 9 kilos to go by Friday. So what's that, 4 days? I'll do it like I always do it, and I get back in there, a big motherfucker, let me tell you. But I just can't wait to put hands on him, lad. Everything's gone perfect. Everything's gone to plan, and he's just not ready for what I'm coming with.
Speaking of which, I should ask you this kind of before asking about the weight cuts and the fight camp. We're still a few days away from fight day, though it's not too long far away. Have you seen or heard anything that is going to try and do a runner again for the third or fourth time? Just any excuse to pull out.
I'm not getting good energy from him, lad, because he won't reply to any of the shit on social media, lad. Where normally he's piping up and trying to DM me and chat shit. He's being very silent, lad, and I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. I'm just hoping Octagon wrap him in some bubble wrap and bring him to the cage safely, and then let me do the business on him, lad.
Um, fighting in wait, go on the place. Is it
Rag.
Prague? Fighting that the fight scene there in Central Europe and in Eastern Europe in comparison to Western Europe and the UK and even the US is a fight scene that you yourself have you seen firsthand that it's very different, especially in excuse me, the face-offs, because I've seen on Instagram they do show these clips and just snippets of where there's a face-off or whichever promotion, and before you know it, the fight's not even happened yet, but the two contenders are getting very heated, and already they have a fight right there.
I think that's more like Russia. When you see in them clips, it's more happening in like Russia, the Russian region. Slovakia and Czechia are a little bit different. I feel like they're not big fans of the trash talking. They like the humble, respectful type of fighter. It's a huge, massive scene out there. MMA is quite big. I think the culture's a little bit different where if you speak to people about Octagon, they all know what Octagon is. But if you speak to some people about UFC, they don't even know what UFC is. I feel like
Ah.
Octagon's bigger than the UFC in them countries, which is a bit mad to say.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, Obviously, you've got guys like Yuri Prohaska who probably blow UFC up over there for them. But they've got so many stars in Octagon over that region, like that Octagon seems to be the primary promotion for them. Um, Obviously me coming in, I'm not your traditional humble, shake your hand at the way in, be your best mate. So I've kind of got a
Oh,
bit of a bad rep over there. I've become somewhat of a bad guy. But it's weird because the contrast's so crazy. When I hear the fans speak about me in Czech and Slovakia, they say I'm arrogant, I'm rude, I'm a bad guy. And then you hear the English fans and the Irish fans speak about me, and it's like I'm an inspiration, I'm a role model,
yeah, yeah.
one of the lads. I'm a local guy. I'm like your next door neighbor. I'm just a normal person. So to see the cultural differences, it is crazy, lad. It's like a vast difference. But I'm just being myself. I'm showing up and trying to put a big show on for the fans, and I'm here to get paid, lad. So as long as all that's in the right ticking the right boxes, I'm happy, lad.
That being said, I mean, have you ever if have you ever kind of just taken a peek or just had a look at the kind of support that he's getting? Is he getting lots of trolls online from his end, or is he in his own and countries, are they being as supportive as we are being supportive of you? Is he getting that same
Well,
kind of energy?
well, at the end of the day, he's a police officer, isn't he? So there's going to be people from his own region that don't like the police. So he's going to
Yeah,
be getting abused for that, isn't he? Regardless,
yeah,
anywhere in the world, any police officer is going to have haters, isn't he? And then he's
that's a
got
good
all of
point.
the Scousers, all of the Irish, all slagging him online as well. And I've obviously got a bigger fan base than he has, so I've got more diehard fans coming at his neck every day. People send me screenshots every day of all mad things to say to him. I just laugh me, lad. But
I
that
yeah.
being said, out of that 30,000 seater stadium, I'm pretty sure 90 to 95% will be on his side because he is the home local lad. He is a veteran in the region of MMA. He has got, like you said, a lot of fights. So I do think the crowd will be on his side, but I silenced the crowd real quick, bro. Let me tell you.
Mhm. Definitely. I don't know what it is. How you do it. I mean, I'm not well, I say that, but no, I know what it is. You train like mad. And again, with what you've had to endure, I think can I say that also adds fuel to the fire for you to
Yeah.
persevere and to succeed and win.
Definitely, lad. Like I say it all the time to the little young bucks that I chat to, lad. It's we pray for strength, lad. God's not just gonna make you strong, bro. He's gonna give you tough times, man, and that's what's gonna make you strong. And I've had me tough times, lad, and now it's time to fucking show me strength.
Yeah, definitely. I really am looking forward to this fight because this is an opponent that has been trying to run away from you for more than once, twice, and if once you, I believe you're going to win. I really do believe that you'll win, and
Uh,
when that happens, it will kind of cement in everyone's mind. Okay, this is what this guy's running away from. Yeah, now it makes sense. You're kind of a few pegs down in our book, so we know you're not the man, even though you're a police officer. I'm just thinking when he arrests someone in his home country, wherever he works, what the offender or the suspects will be saying to him as they're being dragged into some police car. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, lad, you got smashed up in your last fight, you little fart. Get off me.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. No,
Don't make me get shem down here, lad.
now that'll really, really grind his gears.
Yeah, it will, lad, won't it?
Um, when is it that we can see you fighting in the main event for a promotion? I mean, such as Oxford, because again, they're a big promoter. They've got a global reach. Maybe not as much as the UFC or Bellator, but still, they're a force to be reckoned with. So I mean, with the source of the support you got and your popularity, and you win fights all the time. I mean, we should have seen you in the main event sooner than this.
This is what I'm saying, bro. I'm winning fights. I'm selling the show better than anyone else on the cards. I'm coming with the biggest fan base. I'm finishing the fights in the first round. I'm calling everyone out who they want me to call out. I'm getting on the best, biggest cards. It's got to be time now that the Shem Show has the main slot, lad. That's what I'm saying. But that being said, I am asking for this Germany card in October. And I don't know if they're going to give me no main event slot in Germany, lad, are they? Unless I fight some huge, big German name. But it's mainly titles that I get in main event slots.
Yes,
So
yeah.
unless they give me a title shot, I can't see myself getting no main events unless they give me, I don't know, lad. Come to Liverpool, lad. I don't know, lad. I don't know what to say, lad. I haven't got the answers. I wish I had the
Mm.
answers. But as long as I'm winning, as long as I'm getting paid, I'm happy, lad. I'll fight first fight on the prelims. Just pay me my money, I'll show up. I'm not asked.
Look, I mentioned that because it kind of veers and kind of ventures into the issue of that fighters like yourself that are extremely talented and you're very successful. You're not getting that recognition that I think you deserve. And
Yeah, I disagree.
yeah.
I think the fans know. The fans come for me. The fans show up. And then after my fight, the fans go home and then the stadium's a little bit emptier. So call that what you want. The
Yeah.
people's main
Mhm.
event, the pre-main event, the Coco main event. But I think I feel the love. I feel the fans, just because I'm not getting the main event slot off the promoters and the bosses, but they've got a plan in mind. I don't know, so they know the bigger picture. They know what they're doing. They're very good at promoting fights. So maybe this is just how it's meant to be, and maybe when the main event slot finally comes, I'll turn around and go, fucking hell, these were right. Let's see. Only time can tell that, innit? But we all know, the fans all know, it is what it is.
How are things at Next Gen MMA Liverpool? I can see that Molly and Paddy, they the vlog that you had there, the brief one on Instagram, they made sure that we kind of understood their 2 cents on the upcoming fight you have for Cornick, especially Molly, what she said at that end of that
No one
clip.
likes the police, lad, especially no
Yeah.
scousers, let me tell you. Molly said it straight. Pokorny's getting slept. But the vibe in the gym, popping. Obviously, you got UFC Manchester coming up. Everyone's got their own fights coming up. Cage Warriors Manchester. Everyone's bouncing off each other. Everyone's training hard. Everyone's on these nice little win streaks. The gym's up. People coming from outside wanting to train with us all. Coaching staff are super motivated because everyone's winning. We're all motivated because everyone's winning. Everyone's trying to one up each other every day. Everyone's going hard, inspiring when it's time to go hard. We're just blessed, lad. We got a really good room, really good family vibe, really good fucking team, and that's what it is. It's a team, lad.
Mm. No, I do get that yeah, in Liverpool, there's without sounding a bit too cheesy or even nerdy, but there always seems to be like this sort of village feel, as in, everyone seems to kind of know each other. That's You don't get the feeling of we're all strangers here, so you got to be careful what you say or how you speak to someone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, we're all one, lad. We're one people, man, lad. I can go abroad even, and I'll see Scousers and go, look, there's Scousers, them. And I go, yes, what's happening, lad? They're like, yes, what's happening, lad? And that's it. You're the boys now, lad. You get me? Scousers abroad. So back home, it's the same, lad. You're all kind of, especially if it's against outsiders, we stick together, lad. That's what we do. If you're from the north, lad, you're in our circle, lad, innit?
When is it that you, as in after this fight, and you're also you want them to give you the October fight for the next event that they're going to be holding in Germany? Um, when is it, do you feel that maybe you've kind of, and I don't mean to disrespect anyone, but when would you feel that maybe you've outgrown Octagon MMA, you want to go up the ranks to try and get into a bigger promotion? Because you already, mean, you've got the name power, already. People here in the British and Irish scene, they know who you are, so you will need no introduction wherever you go.
Um, I'm a prize fighter, lad. So it's highest bidder wins. Um, Whoever comes with the dollar signs, I'll be a company man for that guy. Do you get me? And obviously, I'm happy to be an Octagon fighter. I think Octagon's a massive promotion, especially in Europe. They're promoting me very well. They're giving me a big push. I'm getting fights that I ask for, which is a big blessing. And they're offering me good names. But there's only one other promotion that could ever trump Octagon in my mind, and it would be the
UFC.
UFC.
Yes.
The UFC have never called for me. The UFC have never offered me no official contender series, straight contract, Ultimate Fighter. So I've never really been interested. I'm interested in what I can see and what's on the table. If UFC did come with an offer, obviously I'd have to take it serious because they're the Premier Division. But as it stands right now, lad, Octagon are treating me nice. They're paying me
Yeah.
well. I can keep fucking food on my family's belly, clothes on the back, the heating's on, lad. I've got nothing to complain about. So like I said, bro, as long as I'm getting paid, I'll show up for anyone. But as it stands right now, I'm a company man for Octagon, and I'm really happy here, lad.
No, I'm glad to hear that, because I can see that big promotion as they are, they do look after their fighters a lot. Looking at their content, they do. I mean, the way their content is, their events sell out all the time, and they've got the branding power and that footprint. across the world. So they're a very well-known organization globally.
Yeah.
Um, this might be a bit controversial, what I've been meaning to ask you, even in the last interview.
Go on, lad.
When it comes to the country that the flag that you fly when you're fighting locally or internationally or intercontinentally, is it that I used to think maybe you're flying the flag of England, but you're flying the Irish flag? Is it because you feel more of an affinity to Ireland than you do to England?
So what it was when I've fought on Octagon, they've they've picked my flag for me because I'm from Liverpool. They've assumed I'll want the English flag or the Great Britain flag. I can't remember what it was. And it wasn't until I watched the fight back that I was like, whoa, I never want to represent no St. George's Cross, no Union Jack. Like, there's not a chance I ever want to fly that flag. I'm Scouse, not English, and I preach that, and I always have done, and I always will do, lad. I'm not no fan of the monarchy. I'm not no fan of the government, and I'm not here to push anyone's agenda that I've wronged my people in the past. You get me, lad? And
Okay, yes, yeah.
they told me that I have to pick a flag, so I didn't know what flag to pick. I wasn't sure whether they would put the Nigerian flag, they would put the Barbados flag, they would put the Scotland flag even. Like I didn't know what to do. And then I was like, you know what? I'm being living in Ireland. They want me to do this Ireland-based England show. So I just said, put the Ireland one then, lads. And it's stuck now. And people think I'm Irish, but I'm actually not Irish.
Yeah.
I'm not of Irish blood, but maybe I am. Maybe the English in me lad is Irish. You don't know because a lot of people in Liverpool descend from Ireland. So
Yeah.
until it's a DNA test, I'm not ruling it out. But as far as I know, I'm not Irish. But I'd sooner represent the tricolour than represent that Union Jack, mate. Let me tell you, lad, because at least they fought against the English.
Yes, yes, no, definitely. There's, I'm not, I won't drag you into that because that can be quite a controversial topic for a lot of people.
I get hate for that though,
Do you?
Yeah, from like all Southerners and all the time, like messaging me saying,
Really?
lad, you're a sellout. I get a bit of racism shout. I get, because it's in my bio on TikTok as well, Scouse not English. I get it a lot. But
Yeah.
I'm just being myself, lad. I'm proud, lad, and I wear it on my chest. If anyone's got a problem, come and see me. You know where the gym is.
Last but by no means the least, Shem, any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, make sure you all go to my YouTube channel. Go and check out my vlogs. I've got some nice vlogs for you all. There'll be a Jarda Pokorny one coming up for fight day as well. Shemrock BJJ. Check me out on the Insta, Shemrock BJJ. Check me out on the TikTok, Shemrock MMA. Thank you to all my sponsors, my gym, Next Generation. I love you all. Peace out.
And just one last question because I was kind of surprised when I saw this on your Instagram. There is, I'm not sure whose toddler this is, but there is a trolling footage. You'll know the one I'm talking about of what looks like a 2, 3, or maybe even 4-year-old girl who actually is calling this guy a because saying he's a fucking pig or whatever. Was that something you put together yourself with some a toddler that you know from family or so?
It was funny that way, innit?
Yes, it was hilarious.
I seen her on TikTok, lad. She's like someone who's gone viral, some mank bird, lad. She's funny, So
Mm,
I thought, wow, I thought, lad, that's fitting for Pokorny, that lad. That's perfect, lad. And yeah, I just whacked it up, lad. You know me, lad. I
oh,
can't help
no.
myself, lad. I just want to antagonize him, lad. I want to get him to bite back,
Yeah,
but
of course.
I'm fed up of fighting these guys who don't want to sell the fight with me. I'm fucking selling the fights by myself, lad. And they're still
Yeah.
selling. So imagine if I had a guy who wants to give it back, lad.
Shem, thank you so much for covering the show. And guys, if you did listen to the entire episode, please don't forget to, if you did watch and listen on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It really does help my channel grow when you do. And don't forget, you can also catch the audio versions on Spotify, iTunes, and on Google Podcasts. And please don't forget to leave a rating if you're listening on iTunes, on Spotify. Shem, thank you once again. And I promise the next time we'll start a lot earlier than this. I
Yeah,
promise.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe it when I see it, lad.
Thank you and good luck on June 8th. definitely.